Live to roll party.
Tommy donated these amazing shirts with his designs on it. How dope are these?
And that's what I'm talking about. That's got all my accessible drinking accessories, baby.
I just want to thank everybody for coming out. We really, really do appreciate it and wouldn't be able to do what we do without the support. So thank you guys. And yeah, love you all.
Let's get it.
Future raffle tickets out. If you want to buy any last minute tickets, go for it. But we think we're going for
Start that discount now. 16325. Let's go.
And we have.
What's up, everybody? So that was a little bit different intro for you guys. Timer. That was actually the video my buddy Eric just finished editing for us from our Friendsgiving fundraiser this last weekend. So yeah, that was awesome. Thank you, Eric. You're the man, and the video was awesome. But yeah, what's up, everybody? Shawn here, back with another Live to Roll video. This week we got Tom back on the grill or the cook cam, whatever.
Maybe the grill. Who knows what's in store for today?
Whatever. We don't even know. We got all kinds of stuff going. Yeah. So we're gonna do some live cooking. Tom's gonna show you guys some stuff. Like I said, I'm Shawn. I'm a C5, C6 in quadriplegic from a snowboarding accident. 18, almost 19 years ago now. Tom, why don't you give your intro and then you can talk about what you might be cooking or what's going on.
What's up, everybody? I'm Tom Conaway. I'm a C6B quadriplegic. Let me scoot over a little bit, center that frame up. I got a shiny boy. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. But we're cooking today. I was thinking about the cooking episode, and I was like, all right, what am I going to do to dazzle and surprise? What can I do that I haven't already done and demonstrated? Some of this stuff is a little repetitious. I've talked to a lot of quads throughout my life, and this isn't just for quads, people with SCI in general. The only reason I say quads a lot is, one, I am a quadriplegic, so that's just kind of where my experience is. But I think a lot of this is just relatable in general to paras and everybody too. If it isn't super usable information to you, that's okay. You can always send it to somebody that you maybe think might be able to use it. Snacks. Let's say you wake up in the morning. I'm not really a breakfast person, but it's really important, especially if I got to take medication or something that requires, full stomach, even just like my vitamin supplements I got to take, at least with a granola bar or something like that. We're going to go over some of those things today. One of my favorite things in the world is desserts. I've really dabbled in bacon or desserts on the channel yet either. So that's what we're going to get started with here in a minute. I got some Toll House pecan truffle cookies, something or other, and we're going to get those babies in the oven real quick. And then in the intern, while those are baking, I got some other snacks and some other things that I'm going to kind of show off and prepare. Talk about how I shop, what I shop for, and why I do those things as someone who lives mostly independently. And yeah, 12 days to Christmas. Um, Andrew, sounds like I'm going to need some late night snacks. Probably did. Probably a good move. I apologize for causing that late night hunger. But yeah, so that's what we're doing today, you guys. I don't know if anybody saw on the literal Instagram. I did post a little video about shopping, about how I handle my groceries. I didn't post anything at the store. I wanted to do a video, maybe have Shawn follow me around in the grocery store, see like how I do it, how I grab items. Sometimes I gotta ask for help from random strangers or store employees. Dude, Shawn, you fixed it, and then I moved right back out of frame. I don't know what the heck I'm thinking, man.
I
Sorry
got
about
it, bro.
Thank you. Producer, master producer.
I'm getting better with the producing skills. Or trying to.
No, bro, you're awesome. But a big part of the groceries is transporting them. I don't drive. I don't have a vehicle. So I'll roll to the grocery store. Sometimes I do send my caregiver shopping for me. I'll give her a list. There's certain items that are just really difficult for me to carry. Like I drink a lot of water bottles. Always make sure to recycle. If you do, tend to drink a lot of bottles. But I can't really carry a big case of water. I can on my lap, but I can't carry it a mile and a half from the store. I could, but that's the only item I could carry. So I don't. So I will plan out that. I'll ask my sister, caregiver, somebody, hey, yo, give them a couple bucks. Yo, run to the store for me. Can you get these things? It's just kind of part of my caregiver's duties. It's like once or twice a month to stop at the store for me and get a couple things. I, however, do most of this shopping on my own. All my other food, all my other drinks, all my other stuff. I'll usually do a grocery store trip about once a week. It's pretty standard, I think, for most people that live on their own. I don't buy a lot of groceries at once. I'll usually just kind of shop for what I need next 5 to 7 days, and then I'll re-up. Come next week when I gotta do my grocery shopping. And a shop. I've talked about this on the pod before. Shopping smart. If you do live on your own, the reality is some things just aren't super accessible. When it comes to preparation, just storing, ease of access, it could be an infinite number of reasons why. I mean, one of my biggest problems is, I'll be hungry and I'll want to make food, but I won't have the energy. It might sound kind of crazy, but it can sometimes take me 3 or 4 hours to cook a meal. And that's not counting even like cleaning up and putting everything away after and stuff. And yeah, I just don't always have the time or the energy to do so. So I try to buy certain foods and certain things that are easy and quick for me to prepare. Either be the microwave, toaster oven, or otherwise, meaning like just pulling it out of the fridge, opening up the container, getting a quick snack, getting something. So I think we'll dive in. I'm going to get started with the dessert because that's going to take a few minutes to cook. So I'm going to go through that first. Before we do anything, though, let me show off my refrigerator. Show you guys the goods. Rawan, thank you so much for the super chat. You are awesome. We appreciate the support so much, you guys.
Yeah, thank you. That's really appreciate that. Rawan.
Okay. Yeah, we
Sorry
got
if we're saying that wrong.
Cam on the.
And thank you everybody else in the chat too for hanging out.
I apologize for the possibly unflattering angles of the nostril. Ooh, I did shave before I got on here, but I've showed this off before. I think it's worth mentioning again. Is that in the shot? No, here we go. Um, this is my fridge setup. As let me back up a little bit. Many of you can see it's a half fridge. It's like a college style fridge. I don't know if there's a particular name for it, but it's lifted up on this end table. This end table, yeah, keep it in frame, Tom. Come on. This end table was purchased just like a thrift store purchase. You get anything similar to it. But the point is that my dad set the refrigerator up on top of it for me for ease of access, so that I could have it just at arm height, and then be able to elevate to anything higher. So let me get a little closer. Open this bad boy up. Opens up just like that. Now, welcome to my MTV Cribs. My name is T Fizzle. I'm just kidding. I don't. One of the reasons I don't buy too much at the grocery store too is I don't have too much space. As you can see, I don't use the top shelf too much. I usually have water bottles up there to keep them cool. I don't use the freezer at all, hence it being super frozen over. But those are just too high up for me to access. I can sometimes use the grabber that I have to reach stuff up there when it isn't totally frozen over. But the reason it does get super frozen over is because I never use it. But in any case, I just don't do too much frozen stuff. I got my drinks, got my snacks, got my cookies, got my deli meat in the back. I got some soups and some other things, hot dogs, cheese, stuff like that for some hot meals. If I want to make some soup, it's been super cold in LA the last couple days. But I'm going to grab the cookies real quick, and let's see if I can do this while holding the camera. Okay.
So you also, after this, have a question, which I think relates to that grabber. Willie asked, what do you do if you drop something?
You're about to find out, because I very well may drop this. Just kidding. No, I use this bad boy right here. I call it a grabber. A lot of people call it a reacher. It's just a reacher with a handle that allows you to pinch at a distance. I'll go over in a little more detail kind of how I'm holding it and using it, but let me grab my cookies real quick. Now, most often I would just hit this and grab it with my hand, knock it onto my lap. I'm using the grabber just so I can show how I reach things in the back, things that are less accessible.
And if you guys can't see, he's using that in his elbow. I don't have that skill, but Tom somehow has developed that ability. So he uses the reacher with one arm in his elbow. But yeah, dude, that's some pretty skilled.
I'm gonna set the phone cam down real quick. If you want to go back, and the way that I get most things, which I will show as well, I gotta set the phone down for this now, is it's the hit, smack, and pray method. A lot of times, especially with my right side, I reach across with my left side to grab most things because I have a little bit more strength and dexterity in my grip on my left arm. On my right side, unfortunately, I don't have much in the way of anything. I can just kind of slap and grab stuff. But that can work for you if you can do it smart. And a lot of times, I'll just throw my hand up in here. And I'm trying to grab a 7-Up right now. And I'll just knock it onto the lower shelf. And then I'll reach over with both hands and grab it. Now, that works 9 out of 10 times. 1 out of 10, it will fall to the ground. And if I got a caregiver or somebody coming later in the evening, or if it's a water bottle or something, a lot of times I'll just say, fuck it, I'm going to leave it on the floor. I don't care it's not even worth picking up. Someone will pick it up, put it back in the fridge for me, whenever they're here. If it's something that I need or whatever, really easy to pick up, I'm afraid I'm going to run over or something, then I will use this handy grabber right here. And let me preheat my oven real quick since we're doing some baking.
And we do have a short video up of Tom using the reacher to pick stuff up off the floor. He uses two hands for that and like bends over the side.
Okay. Oven is preheating. Let me show off. I've done it before, but I will show you guys my oven situation.
Whoa, Rowan. That is very, very generous of you. Thank you so much. That's an incredible super chat, super sticker. uh, that's wow. Thank you. We really
What's
appreciate that support.
Rowan, dude? Oh my gosh.
And he's
84.99. I'm not sure what that currency. Where are you from? If you don't mind me asking. And thank you so much for the super chat and the support.
yeah.
I can tell you how much
will-
it means to us. It really makes a big difference in helping support our content. I'm gonna crack open my 7 Up a little bit because I'm getting a little low blood pressure, a little low blood sugar. Um, from Saudi Arabia. Okay, dude. That's awesome. Welcome from the Middle East.
Yeah, thanks for showing. And look at this is a tool that our other friend makes, Mark from Abilities. You actually could see
Yo, shout
Tom
out
using
Mark
that.
from Abilities. This is a really cool tool. I can't stop using. I normally use my teeth to open up my cans. It's just easy. This, like, it slides over the tab, and it just gives you a little bit more purchase to lift and open. So I'm just gonna slide it over the tab, and then just I purchased to just bend it up, and there we go.
Yeah, that's a really cool tool. And its abilities, I'll actually type it into the chat if anybody. We've had Mark on a bunch of times. He's a good friend of ours. And yeah, makes a bunch of cool tools for adaptive, like hand dexterity stuff. Better, but yeah, no, Mike. I know so many quads that use their teeth, and I've seen Tom use his teeth. So I'm so glad he has that tool now.
If anybody you guys are looking at that can, being like, is that a smaller soda can than a normal soda can? And in fact, it is. This is a 7.5 ounce like little mini soda can. They sell them at most retail stores, I believe. And when I was talking about shopping smart, this was one of the things I wanted to talk about, especially for newer individuals to the injury, to recovery. They look at picking up a soda can with one hand or with even two hands, and it's like, bro, what do you want me to do? Um, well, we appreciate you, Rowan. Thank you so much, man. And I hope some of this information is useful and helpful to you, dude. But thank you again. We really appreciate the super chats. Um, you picking up little things, lighter things earlier on and building up is always the way to go. The reason I buy these little cans is because, one, I'm not trying to drink 12 ounces of soda, even though I do like a little bit of Sprite or whatever from time to time. But the other reason is these cans fit so well in my hand. They are just easier to pick up. It's lighter. They don't weigh as much because they're not as much fluid. Just smaller by nature. They're a little bit easier to pick up, and I think it's a really great building up starting point to bigger cups, regular size cans, things like that. It's just um, just something that I think was helpful and useful to me well into my rehab and recovery, but also like especially early on, kind of building up and working up to other things. Okay, now that that's done, let's get some cookies on this cookie tray, people. Um, Now, I'm not gonna sit here and make homemade cookies. Someone's like, "Oh my god, this episode is gonna be 17 hours long. We're gonna be here at midnight." Um, I one cannot make as good a dough as Toll House. Cookie dough that's already been like prepared. I bought this and I bought these before at the store when I got a little hankering for um, a sweet tooth, like a fresh baked cookie. It's just dough that's already made, prep, cut, and it's in a package. All you gotta do is open it up, follow the instructions, slap it on the cookie sheet, and bake. And you can get some hot, fresh cookies. So, that probably, if I were to like, if you want to make cookies from scratch, you can do it. I've done it. I love it. It's fun. Really great activity to do with somebody too that can help with some of the mixing and the mess and everything. But it's just not the reality in my situation most of the time where I got that. And sometimes I still want some fresh baked cookies. So this is what I do. Got my scissors. These aren't quad scissors. They're just regular scissors.
That's exactly how I use scissors too.
Yeah, I just like kind of lever it against the bottom and push down.
Yeah, I'll either do that and like put it on my leg or the desk, or I'll use the two hands if I have it like balanced upright and I can like kind of two hand if it's vertical, if depending on what the package is. But yeah, I just use regular scissors, and I use scissors for so many other things I probably shouldn't use them for. A great tool to have around.
Scissors and teeth. That's all you
And
really need.
hand teeth, yeah, dude.
And
Clutch quad tools.
I said this joke before. I heard it from our good friend Jeanette, who's a big member of the SCI community down here. It's just an amazing example of someone who's incredibly independent, really, really cool, and very skilled. And she says, "What do you call a quadriplegic that can't use his teeth or use his mouth?" Um, Fucked. Because without it, like, I don't know, use it for everything. Like, it's really hard. Um, so, pardon my French, but I always get a chuckle out of that joke. I did wash my
Yeah, no.
hands before I got started. You just gotta get in, dig in, get a little dirty. Don't be afraid to get your hands a little sticky. It's just cookie dough. It ain't gonna hurt. If anything, it'll be super tasty afterwards when you lick it off. But you can see I just slid out the dough. They're actually like wedged and pre-cut for me. So all I gotta really do is peel it back and pull, and they'll usually come apart. And as I say that, they're all sticking together. So hang on a second. This is just using minimal tenodesis. I'm kind of just pawing at it more than anything. Um, just separating some cookies. These one kind of came apart. I just smashed them together. It all tastes the same, right? I'll probably do a second round of baking after this. I might throw this dough inside a Ziploc and save it for another day. But here's kind of the other trick too. I live by myself. I'm not cooking for anybody else tonight. Yo, what up, Hip Crip? How's it going, dude? Thank you so much for joining. Um, I'm not gonna eat a dozen cookies. One or two would probably be good for me. I'm gonna do four on the sheet. That is one to make it a little easier um, getting them off of the sheet. Just save a little bit of time and work for me. Um, but let me just get one more cookie real quick. Bear with me for a second.
Doom says, raw cookie dough might have worms, but worth the risk. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, I'll just eat that right. I'll just take one of those bites just straight up out of there.
I mean, I'm not too worried about salmonella. After watching videos of the Liver King, if that guy can survive from eating all the raw stuff he does, then don't
And your
forget to
mom
hit that
will.
like button, everybody. Mr.
Yeah, drop that
Quadriplegic,
like.
thank you so much. you guys are affiliated on Twitch, if you got a Twitch account, make sure to go follow Quadboy111 on Twitch. He does some game streaming as well. And that's a nice little segue if anybody's interested. Oh, I did my first video game stream last Wednesday evening for a little while just to kind of test it out. If you guys want to check me out tomorrow, I think I'll try 5 p.m. again and actually be on time this time and not with like a 2-hour technical delay.
Yeah, we had a couple of issues with just getting. Now we're set up though, so we're ready.
But we're set up. It's all good. It's all logged in, so it should be good to go. It's another just new show. It's a little bit longer form. I'm just going to be hanging out, um, chatting, playing some games, but mostly talking, kicking it with you guys. It's just going to kind of be a little bit more free-form conversation, hanging out with the chat. And, make sure to join in, especially if you're into gaming, because I'm going to be doing that and having some fun.
Yeah, check that out
I played
tomorrow.
Fortnite last week. Might mix it up with something else this week. I haven't decided yet, but we'll see. I have all these like really lame nerdy games that I like to play, but I don't think they'll be like super appealing or entertaining. So I might have to think about that. Okay. I should probably toss that back in the fridge. It'll be out for a few minutes. Let me show this off to the camera. 4 cookies, evenly spaced around my cookie sheet. It's ready to pretty much pop in the oven. I'm just gonna check and make sure. And while I check, before I do that, I'm gonna take this small opportunity to show off my oven situation.
All right, let me.
And again, apologies for the armpit shot while I'm getting this camera covered. It's not super easy to operate this camera.
Yeah, JJ asked what you were cooking. He's cooking some cookies right now, but he's doing a few snack things.
This is kind of I've showed this off every time I think I've been on, but this is my counter setup. It's a little messy right now. I didn't clean it up too much before I got this ready. That was my bad. But here's my microwave. That's probably the thing I utilize the most. Coffee maker I like a cup of coffee in the morning. It also does hot water for tea. It's just a Keurig. I really, really recommend that for anybody doing hot water because it eliminates the necessity of using a kettle and possibly spilling like scalding hot water on yourself. Still be careful with a mug, but I'll just make my coffee and let it chill there for 5 or 10 minutes to cool down to a safe temperature before I will grab it so it can just be safer. It's like hot liquids is one of my biggest fears. It's just a really dangerous thing. And safety is paramount because big burn across your body can be very difficult. Nobody wants to deal with that healing situation. This is my toaster oven. My dad, shout out Papa Conaway, he actually set up this little shelf. This was just an empty area underneath the counter. Instead of having it open to pull under and use the counter space, I just pull along the side. It's generally easier for me to be along the side working than forward facing. And he put this little shelf to put my toaster oven at a workable height. And I'll show that off right now. I'm just wondering, I don't know if I can, I just gotta, let me see. Does that work? Maybe? Hang on. We're gonna try that. It may not be a usable angle. It's where I store my bread, my sugar, and my other things. Okay, I'm gonna grab the cookies. I'm gonna back up. Open up the oven. Just gonna hook my palm. The glass is pretty hot. That's kind of a tricky way to do it because my hand will usually go up against the glass. Instead, Maybe go to the wide shot for this, Shawn. I'm gonna
you're,
I'm gonna stabilize my left hand with my right hand, so that I just have a little bit more finer movement dexterity. I'm just gonna use that to reach over without spilling my cookies, and hook hook it with my fingers. So go back to the other camera, Shawn.
shoot. There we go. Sorry.
You can see I'm just kind of using my right hand, which I can't really grab safely with. I hooked my fingers right here, just like so, and I just didn't really have the strength to get my left arm there, so I just used my right arm to guide it. And then I could safely pull it open without burning myself and use the handle. Um, and now we're going to slide these cookies in here. There's some guides along the side to hold up the cooking tray. I just line it up on the edge, push from a safe distance on the outside, and we're in. Cookies are ready to go.
Nice.
And let me look. Should have read the instructions probably before I did this. Let me look how long we're going to have to take these bad boys for. 13 to 14 minutes. Okay.
I'm gonna just hit a couple people in the chat. Paul asked if you were coming by to cook Paul and Barb Christmas dinner, but
Oh, I got you, Paul. As long as I can stay with you in Saskatoon, dude, I'm there. But get ready because I'm gonna hang out for a couple weeks.
And then Nicole asked if Abilities makes kitchen tools. Right now, I don't think he has very many kitchen tools exactly, but he's constantly working on stuff and taking ideas. And then I think JJ Mac suggested checking out Quad Tools.
Quad Tools has more kitchen tools like knives and things like that.
Yeah, they make some knives and different stuff.
We're going to get into that a little bit right now. Let me find my spatula real quick to make sure that I can get these cookies off when they need to come off.
See, and
All right,
Olivia,
guys.
I'd be the same way. I would have eaten at least one of those cookie dough squares.
So I did. This was poor preparation. Like I definitely needed the spatula. My spatula. I mean, hence I live with this grabber. Like I cannot live without it. In fact, like I keep a second one in my bag. It folds, here, like that. So they're very portable. But my caregiver who helps me with my dishes and things like that, she put the spatulas behind my dish drain in the very furthest corner of my little sink area over there, and it's impossible to access by reaching. So without the grabber, I'd be pretty SOL because my cookies will be burning in a couple minutes, and I'd have no way to get them off. Let me just grab this spatula real quick. No, it's actually two spatulas together. The reason I can grab so effectively and so strong and pick up heavy items, multiple things at once with this, one is practice, 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 just doing it every day for a decade. I promise you'll get good at it. The other thing that's a little different is I hold it in my elbow rather than with my wrists. I can do that. Like I can hold it up, pick up my soda, something like that. You see me bracing it against my face though, like it's really difficult, especially leaning down, getting things up off the ground. That's the other time where I can't use the elbow technique. I gotta stabilize in two hands. I can still pick up things pretty effectively. It's just heavier stuff. I can't because I can't squeeze the same way I can using like my bicep, which is like one of my strongest muscles, I think. And I can just grip very effectively, shove it into my elbow, and still having a lot of range and maneuverability with it. I really recommend getting a reacher. This brand is called Kekoy, Kekoy. $20 for two of them on Amazon is honestly the craziest best deal you can find. And even if you don't plan on using it a lot, it's cheap enough to um, buy and just every once in a while use it. Use it when you feel inspired. Use it when nobody's home and you drop something and maybe, practice with it. If it takes you 10 minutes to get one little thing up, like it's still a win if you get it up. Even if you fail, you've learned along the way. Maybe, next time you tackle it, you'll have better ability to, do it more functionally. Um, it really is a learning curve, you guys. Like, I know it looks a little crazy when I do some of that stuff, but it's just a lot of
I
practice.
feel like I should order one of those and just at least start trying or practicing. I feel like there's probably a few things that could come in handy
I don't
for
know
it.
how many minutes I've been talking, but I'm going to just set it for 10 minutes. We'll check it. Um, and yeah. What was that question from Olivia? How many
Uh,
reachers does everyone have in
Everyone
their
have in their possession. And I was gonna say I don't
I
actually have any,
have
but
three. Um, one's like this long metal like reacher that I can use for really heavy stuff, but I can only hook with that one. I can't um, like really use it to pick up stuff just because I ran it over and bent it and messed it up a shit ton. Okay.
Willie asked if you ever tilt your chair forward, like
Sometimes, if the necessity calls for it. Otherwise, no. It's the same reason. Like if you see a quad in a manual chair, they'll probably be bucketed. It
yeah.
sitting your butt down, kind of. I'll go sideways again just to show. Lowers my center of gravity. Gives me a little bit more stability. I can lean forward without feeling like I'm gonna fall. If I was tilted all the way down, I'd have to be constantly on my elbows, supporting myself because my trunk, like I'd constantly be wanting to fall forward. So I don't use a chest strap. Um, I do know some quads that do. Like Caitlin, she uses a chest strap some of the time. Our buddy Dylan does. Um, yeah, point of center balance. That's Mike is another super awesome quad. And he's a little kickback usually too. Um, just provides stability, comfort, better center of gravity, center of balance. Knives. Let's talk about knives, people. As I almost dropped this and pick it up by the blade. Not advised for safety. This is a dull knife, and I have a lot of experience with it. I knew that I could safely grab that and not cut myself. That being said, knives are knives. They're for cutting things, and they will cut you if you're not careful. Especially as a quad. Like I don't know, I don't use a rocker blade. Um, yeah, dude. Willie, there's really no right way to rock your chair. It's just whatever's comfortable for you. I've noticed that with the chest strap, does the same thing. Provides reach, ability to like lean over, grab something without risk of falling, and having to constantly support yourself with your upper body, maintain balance. Um, you know,
I know I do like having because I use a chest strap in my rugby chair, and in my rugby chair, yeah, like I'll reach way out in front of me. I'm reaching, doing all kinds of stuff, like because I trust the strap. But I don't know if I could do that in my everyday life. It's hard to have. Yeah, Tom, look at those knife skills, bro. That's this. Please do not try this at home, people, unless like
please
don't
do try this at home.
don't
Maybe do it
don't
with some
cut your pinky off and tell them Live to Roll told you to try.
maybe a safety blade. I don't know. I mean, let me talk through this. I got my cutting board on my lap. I'm not cutting towards myself. I'm not cutting down towards my legs or anything like that. I balance the apple on the cutting board, and then I slowly worked it in so it's like in place. Like right now, I could pick up the apple because it's like in it a little bit, and then I can safely just push down and rock back and forth. And I don't know if you put your hand real close to the edge, like there's absolutely a chance it could slip over and you could cut yourself. Especially if you like came back up too quickly or something. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to position my hand that that's not on the handle that I'm pushing the blade down with a safe distance back, and I'm just going to rock it back and forth. And as you can see, it can get a little wobbly. Like that. Can even fall off the cutting board. I need to have a little bit flatter, more stable surface. The handles on my cutting board, one of them came out, and my caregiver put it in backwards. So that was sabotage. It's just not sitting evenly on my lap. Normally it would be. Let me grab this again. Once it gets down to this point, it gets tougher. I didn't really practice this either, so just give me a minute. Patience. Just got to work it. And hey, what's a little, like, battle scars are sexy, right? Just tell me you got into a fight.
With a knife
Not
and an
one.
apple.
Just getting through the core is the tough part. Pretty much there. Drop my apple, people. Drop my grabber, too. So now this is really great. What do you do if you dropped your grabber
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
and you
fun.
drop something? Well, my apple is on my feet. So, my feet caught it, thankfully. I pretty much threw my apple. At this point, I don't even know if I would go back to it with a knife. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit it from a different angle. I'm just going to fit the blade back into the wedge that I already cut. I'm not going to try to make a new cut, obviously. I'm going to use the work that I had. I'm just going to work it down.
Turn the apple. That works nice.
My mom is watching this, freaking out right now. Guaranteed.
Dude.
She's like, oh my God, what is he doing? There we go. A beautiful halved apple. Not the safetiest, easiest thing to do. Again, there are knives that are made for quadriplegics. Oh gosh. Just reading comments over here.
Yeah.
Mom's calling me this time. Uh-oh. Here we go.
Your mom says scars are not sexy, Tom.
I'm going to just cut some wedges.
And yes, Alice is Tom's mama. Mama Conway.
Now, I like apples, especially with a little bit of caramel dip. This might seem like a lot of work for a little apple snack. I didn't decore my apple. Just eat around it. It's really not worth it. It's kind of too hard to do. TBH. Now, I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing here. I should tilt my laptop camera down a little bit. And I just cut it into edible bites that I can dip in my caramel easy. And that's what we're going to do with this bad boy. Is we're going to dip it in some caramel. Have a little apple caramel snack. Now, when I talk about shopping smart, I am not making dinner Kit Kat. I'm making some snacks and I'm making some cookies. And my cookies just dinged. Shout out Kit Kat in the chat. I'm showing how we can do some snacks and some different things. That's my girlfriend, by the way, everybody. Show her some love.
And Angry Quad is out of here. Have a good night, man. Thanks for hanging out. Doom says yum.
Boom! Yummy caramel
Nice.
cup. Let's go. I'm checking my cookies, Nicole. Thank you. Yeah, doing that right now. Okay. Let's check them out, people. Um, it's a little hard to see. I don't know if this is like well lit, but you can see some cookies in there. Shawn, you want to go wide?
Oh, yeah, let me switch to that one.
Oh, not enough light. You can see. Let me grab um, son of a biscuit. I need a washcloth. I know I have a grabber. Um, hang on a second, guys. This is live, you guys. The suspense is real. Will the cookies be burnt or will they be tasty and delicious? You'll have to stay tuned to find out.
So, so Tom goes for his other reacher to pick up the other
This is
reacher.
a different grabber. As you can see, I ran this over a ton. These don't really grab anymore. The handle's all busted and broken. But this is a longer metal one versus like the plastic. It can pick up really heavy things. I can use this to like hook stuff in bags or hook really heavy stuff. But I'm just going to use this to knock down a washcloth that's up on top of my pantry. It's a little off camera, so bear with me for a sec. But this is again one of those knock and pray methods. I can't reach it. I could theoretically elevate to probably reach it or knock it over with my hand. I just use the grabber to knock it over. And then, boom, there we go. Now I can grab my cookies and get them out. Let's see if I can prop this camera up again. Apologies for the janky angle. Like I'm balancing it against my leg pad. Ooh, I need to shave. Okay. So again, this might look a little crazy. I promise I'm not. I promise I'm not burning myself to do this. Like it doesn't burn me. I opened the door a minute ago just to let them start to cool down. I did that on purpose just to let the tray begin to cool down, and I'm just gonna pull it out a little bit. And I'm not gonna like put my hand on there and like slide it out slowly. I'm just gonna kind of knock it out a couple inches. And the reason I'm doing that is because I need a purchase, and this is super tricky. I need to be close enough to be able to reach, but I also need enough distance from the oven to be able to lift the tray up and have enough clearance to get it out from under here. So it can be really tricky. I've cooked entire meals in my oven and pulled them out and dropped them on the floor. And it's pretty devastating. It can be a really hard thing. I'm gonna hopefully not drop my cookies, but if it happens, it's okay. And I'll just make some more. But I'm not gonna drop them because I got mad quad skills, and I'm going to grab this bad boy right here. The reason I use a washcloth instead of an oven mitt, my quad paws don't have too much dexterity in the oven mitt. What I can do with this is get it on the bottom, get it on the top with the washcloth, and be able to like pretty safely. Oh, sorry, you guys, hang on. now. I don't know if I can keep the camera up, you guys. You might just have to just go wide, Shawn. Go to the wide shot. Yeah. You guys are just gonna have to watch from a distance.
Yeah, we'll figure out a second camera setup in the future, but oh,
Okay. Now I made a fatal error. I did not provide myself enough counter space to set them down. Um, I can drive with my elbow. This is again another pro quad move. Do not recommend doing this. I can just hold it with both hands, drive with my elbow, and get it on the table. It's not like bacon on the table anymore. Hopefully, I'm not going to melt my table. We're going to find out here in a minute. But in fact, let me scoop my apples over, and I'm going to. It's a little hot. Get the cookie tray on the cutting board and off the table. Let me show you guys the messy workspace I got going. So I got some cookies. I got some apples. In fact, I'm gonna take a little bite. This is like exercises they have me do in rehab, like eating snacks and eating food. You want to work on some fine motor control? Get some finger foods, people, and eat with your hands. Like, might be a little messy, but I promise, like, you'll work on your dexterity. Like, my dad used to like crack pistachios and be like, if you can like extend your wrist and hold it up, like I'll give you like a cracked pistachio, and just little things like that. Like, it can be really good, like little reward system for yourself, especially like a little snack that you like. And I promise, like over time, it sounds silly, totally works. You get better, get stronger, figure out how to grab stuff easier. Okay, apologies for the caramel apple bite, but I need a bite of something. Okay. Damn, those Granny Smiths are so good, dude. Oh my god. Apple a day, people. An apple a day. Don't forget it. Okay. That was tasty, though. That was a little sugar hit that I needed.
man.
Let me grab a plate to put these cookies on before I do anything else. Again, poor preparation on my part. I don't have any paper plates. Let me grab my normal plate. I grabbed two on accident. That's okay. Put one back. Alright, now I got my plate to put my cookies on. Next step is getting the spatula and transporting these suckers. Let me get my favorite spatula. This is my flapjack spatula. I use it for everything. I think it's a good quad spatula. One, because it's got big surface area. You can cover up your whole face with it. Make a Mondo cheeseburger. The reason I like that is, it's a little bit more stability. Like, it for light stuff, it gives you more surface area, more little like room to work with, and we're just gonna. Bam! Look at those cookies. Not bad.
Yeah, nice, dude.
Thank you.
Nicole
Thank you,
says
Shawn.
all you need is a cold glass of milk now.
We're gonna get to that. I'm not really a big milk guy. I like milk and cereal.
And I take it you're not a drink the milk after cereal type of guy?
Um, nah.
Nah.
Okay, it is 4:26, people. Do you hear that? I made something in its entirety, and the hour is not even up. Woo, baby! I'm
Yeah,
proud.
Tom. Let's get a
Uh,
freaking
thank you, thank you. Um, that's the hardest thing about a lot of this stuff. It takes a lot of time. Like I left this morning to go shopping at 10 a.m. Took 2 hours in the store, get stuff like shopping by myself, getting things off the shelves, asking for help, asking for people, checking out. Um, then coming home. I don't know if anybody checked out the little video I did. It's just like 20 minutes getting the bags off my chair,
I think
and
it's
then
only 12 minutes, but Ken actually mentioned that he had watched it. So yeah, thanks, Ken.
thank you, Ken. Appreciate it. Well, I say 20 because it was 12 minutes and 40 seconds the video, but it's like a couple minutes of downtime after the little quad workout to get those things off of there. And then putting all this stuff away, reorganizing the fridge, making space for everything, going item by item by item, getting everything. Again, it's not too much in terms of like work and stuff. It's tedious. It's tedious AF. Um, it's just a lot of time, a lot of patience. It's cool though. It's really rewarding, super super worth it if you know you want to do it. If that's worth it, rewarding and fulfilling to you. Now, I made my cookies. We're gonna go over a couple more things after I take a bite of this delicious.
Yeah, we got to see the taste, dude.
Oh, bro, not bad.
And I got to shout out Doom in the chat for the Billy Madison reference. I hope you kids like them sloppy. That has to be from. That's the freaking the lunch lady, dude. Like I love that movie. That's why I know. uh, Sloppy Joes, bro. That'll be the next show.
Yeah, we'll see about the sloppy joes. I'm not really a big fan.
I
But
know. I just Cat
let me
and
grab,
Kelly, how I roll said, "Yay, Tom."
let me grab a couple more things I want to show off and demonstrate.
And Be Breezy
We
just
got
said
more
she wanted to learn
popcorn.
how to cook.
What do you
This
guys
is actually the
doing?
third time we've done. Tom's done a few different cooking ones. So this is our snack one for the holidays. He just made some cookies and some caramel apples. But Tom is quite the chef.
Nicole made a really great point in the chat that I talked a little bit about earlier. Shopping isn't easy or realistic for everybody. We do live in the 21st century, though, and most services like have a delivery option. It's still unfortunate that it can be the pricier option, not only in like item markups, but delivery fees and things like that. But um, Nicole said Walmart Plus they offer free delivery to her apartment, which is amazing. I know Amazon Fresh does something similar. Same with
Yep.
Instacart and things like that. I personally haven't utilized those services myself, but my girlfriend does all the time because it's easier and more convenient for her rather than going and shopping. She likes to do it online. Like I said, I don't know what I want to buy half the time, and I don't know. I find that a lot of like the little snacks or little things that I get that are like maybe I don't know. I just don't always see them online, or it doesn't always click in my head. Like, oh, that might be easy, usable, like little prep. Not a lot of meal prep or whatever. Um, Let me get this grabber up because I need to get a couple things out of my fridge that I don't think I can reach without it. So, Shawn, do you want to shout out our sponsors real quick while I try to get this grabber up? You're muted, bro.
Oh yeah, sorry, my bad. I
There
muted
you
the mic when I picked up my iced tea here.
go. You're good.
But yeah, let me do the our channel sponsor shout out. Oh, I don't have them on this one here. Hold on one second. Here we go. I'm just gonna have to do it like this. Bam. All right. Yeah. So shout out to our sponsors, Mobility Professionals. Um, is a mobility specialist here in Southern California. So if you're looking for any type of wheelchair, adaptive device like a commode chair, standing frame, anything like that, they can hook you up if you're in the Southern California area. They have great customer service, great people working there. They support us. They support a lot of stuff here locally in Southern California. And they actually just sponsored our video, our Friendsgiving party, and brought all the food and stuff that you just saw the video at the beginning of this. If you did, we might play it at the end here again as well. And let me see, where's my
I have all the
logo
power.
for urology professionals.
I'm
So-
more able than an able-bodied person with two grabbers in my arms like this. I'm just saying, dude.
Dude, Tom, you are the man, bro, to pick that up. So hopefully you guys are paying attention to Tom in the corner while I was talking. And yeah, so let me just shout out the other sponsor, the Mobility Professionals sister company, which is Urology Professionals, and they are nationwide. So if you're looking for catheter supplies, give them a call. They will take care of you anywhere in the country. If you're getting monthly catheter supplies and you're having trouble with your insurance right now, not getting enough, anything like that, give them a call and let them take care of you because they are awesome, great people. And like I said, they support us and they support a lot of stuff in the disability community here in Southern California, especially. So thank you to our sponsors. We appreciate you. And we appreciate all you guys in the chat as well. Thank you for hanging out with us, supporting us, and watching Tom. Look at those grabber skills.
Snacks all day when you got grabber skills like this. That's all I'm saying. Let me just grab one more thing, you guys, and then we'll get back to chatting.
And Nicole actually said that it's $12.99 a month for the Walmart Plus, but she buys most of her basic necessities from them. So like, yeah, it's probably worth getting delivery for all your stuff for $13 a month.
Okay, you guys, almost there.
Oh, and I missed this one. Doom asked if anyone was looking forward to becoming Droid units with Neuralink. And I do want to talk about the Neuralink here in at some point on the show. We are going to do a show on that. And it is
What about Neuralink?
interesting. Doom just asked if anyone's looking forward to becoming Droid units with the Neuralink. Once we all get implanted, we're all going to become Elon's droids.
Oh, just our opinion on it?
No. I said that we will do a show with our opinion on it and stuff. And just talk about, the technology and stuff, because it is super interesting. One of those topics.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I did a interview with someone that worked for Neuralink. They were like trying to interview quads. And so I got to sit down and see the devices and talk to an employee from there for a couple hours about it. And I don't know, man. Like, I'm the first person to be like, yo, cyberize me, baby. Like, I want to be a cyborg. I'm done with this fleshy body. Like, I want to be a robot. Just put my brain in a robot. That's what I want. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Muskie. They're being investigated right now for animal cruelty. In the last decade, more than 3,000 monkeys have died in testings related to Neuralink.
Jesus.
I'm all about progress, but moral progress, like, I don't know, like, I want it to get done and I want our lives to be better and improved because of the technology, but at the same time, I don't think it's worth the pain and suffering of innocent creatures on a mass scale like that. You know, I understand animal testing is what it is, but at the same time,
No, I feel you on that. I see. I don't know a lot of that background stuff on that, so that would be good.
I'm gonna
good
slide
topic.
my cookies off to the side, along with my unhalved apple. What I got here, and what we're gonna review and discuss, are options that don't involve the insane amount of work I seem to put into do a lot of the stuff that I do when it comes to cooking. I don't think it's super realistic for a lot of people. Whereas, like, they might want independence when it comes, like freedom and independence when it comes to getting food, eating and stuff like that. But that might be prepared food and maybe just for snacks and stuff. And you have help during regular meals and things like that. Breakfast is a really big one, I think. A lot of people don't have time for in the morning as a result of a 2 or 3 hour care routine, which all of us are far too familiar with, and just shit like that. These are some of my go-tos, some of the things that I love, some of the things that are easy to get, to use, to have in your house every day, to snack on with variety. And this is just a couple things that came to mind. Saw the store, wanted to shout out. Um, Cutting an apple like I did is not, as you can see, probably the safest or most realistic option for a lot of quadriplegics. Most retail stores carry prepared fruit, meaning it's already been cut, it's already been diced. This particular bowl, I bought a bag of apples. They had ones with apples and even some dairy, like some cheese at the top, granola with parfait and fruit. This is just a fruit bowl. It's a honeydew melon berry bowl. It's got blackberries, strawberries, and honeydew on the bottom. And I just bought it. It's there. It's easy. It's ready to go. It's got a piece of tape on it, and I just got to flip it open with my teeth. And then I got fresh fruit. If I wanted to get the ones with the apples, I would have had my cut Granny Smiths ready to dip in my caramel with no effort, no work outside of grabbing it out of the fridge, whatever effort it took to, get it open. And I think that's really smart to, shop like that. I do all the time. One, because I don't got the energy for all this all the time, especially in the mornings, when I need some food to get me going. Love me some yogurt. Yoplays, I can do no problem. People, especially quads, with little, fine motor control in some of our situations. Yogurt too. Go-gurt, baby. Love me some go-gurt. All you gotta do is just grab the tab with your teeth, hold it with your hands, and just, it's open. Boom. Banging strawberry yogurt. Healthy, good. I even got the low sugar one. Shop smart, shop for your health. Um, it's just simple. It's easy. Like I got it. Let me show on my Tom's Cook cam. Right here in my fridge. Box of Go-Gurt. Right there. I literally can just reach over my hand and pull out a tube, and it's super easy, accessible, convenient. Um, Other brands have similar. You don't got to go with like the child in your heart and get a Go-Gurt. That just happened to be me today. Activia, which I used to eat a lot for the probiotic benefit, was they have similar things. If not, I don't think tubes, little pouches and stuff that you can access, utilize. My other favorite snack when I'm hungry in the afternoon, maybe after my breakfast, little breakfast in the morning, cup of coffee before I eat dinner. It should be usually like three or four, or 5 in the afternoon, evening. Um, I need a little snack. I need a little pick me up. I start to get a little low blood sugar. Again, the child in me goes for the Lunchable because you can't beat it. They're the best. Ham and cheddar, turkey cheddar, pizza Lunchable, you name it. They're awesome, but they're easy. They're simple. It's just like a fun, quick snack that requires no work. Again, you just grab. This is the way I do it. I grab with my teeth. Now, that was like can be a little issue. The plastic rips like when I bit it.
Yeah, I hate when that happens.
Once again,
However, Kelly said string cheese is great, and yeah, another easy, quick snack you can grab string cheese. Activia peach yogurt, Nicole said, and I actually can just open regular yogurt, so like a spoon. I used to have those all the time when I was on my own. Another pretty easy, but just like that. Take the top off, and yeah, Tom's got the.
There you go. Work on your fine motor skills. Grab a piece of cheese. Grab a piece of meat. Just I don't know. I don't know if there's any technique. Sometimes the cheese likes to stick together. The
Yeah, it's
easiest
like a cube.
technique sometimes is to pull out the whole big chunk, and then once it's out of there, and it's like these sides like making it possible, I can just grab a corner and just kind of peel it back. Okay. Got my piece of cheese. I got my cracker. Put the other cheese back in its spot. Well, I got my little cracker tray on my fingers right there. And then get a little piece of ham. Boom. Nothing more satisfying than a little protein and dairy on a tasty cracker. Just saying.
Yeah, and it's good to have these kind of things around your house because I know for me and a lot of quads, and I think a lot of pairs too, you get that low sometimes where you just dip, like you got low blood sugar, low blood pressure. It's just, you're just weak and you need that just quick snack, something you can access and grab, get to easily.
Same. That low blood sugar, low blood pressure. I mean, it's usually low blood sugar from like lack of eating. I need to eat quick, just like you said. I need to metabolize some sugar, get in my body. Too sweet. So having ready to go things like granola bars like this, minimal effort to get out and get yourself is super beneficial. Back to breakfast, late morning snack. I can't buy boxes of cereal. I cannot store it correctly. Keep a big open bag. The first time you open it, it's like open to the air. Like in a couple days, it'll be stale because I can't. I mean, it could theoretically, like with more effort than I want to give. Wrap it up, put it in another container, something like that. I don't know. I found it
Yeah.
just so much easier to buy little containers. So some, oh, I don't know, Cheerios, just a little cereal cup. If you like milk in your cereal, get some milk. That can be the tricky part. I didn't buy any milk because I'm not a big fan. And he wants my cereal dry. Um, for a quad, no, it's tricky. I wish I bought a larger container just to demonstrate pouring something like that. Takes skill and care, and usually you spill a little bit along the way. Um, one of the reasons maybe why I don't even bother because it's just not worth it to me, and I don't really like it anyways. Um, this I don't want to. I'm not going to eat it right now, and I don't want to spoil it. This is a peel back. Same way I did the Lunchable. Same way I did the caramel applesauce. Grab with your teeth. Stability with both hands. Pull away from yourself. Peel it back. Pretty easy. Pretty simple. And then you're sitting around. It's 420. 420 comes and goes. You maybe partake in a little bit. And those munchies really start to set in 20 or 30 minutes later. What are you going to do? Probably not go for the apple. Maybe if you got some caramel dip. Maybe not even the Lunchable. My favorite snack, anybody that knows me well, be like, potato chips. Tom's a big old fat potato. And I hate to disappoint. I bought Cheetos. But I'm still going to demonstrate how to do this, how to open a bag without destroying it, how to store it if you don't feel like eating an entire bag of chips, which, depending on what you smoke, that might, not be an issue for you. Generally, I like to party, so I'll get the party
I like
size.
to
And
party.
I'm never finishing a party size bag. So I got my clips. I got some cool clips. Just bought at the store to help. Everybody knows what these are. Just help close off your stuff, keep them fresh. We'll get back to that in a minute. How do y'all open this bag? Can you open a bag like this, Shawn? And if you did, how would you do it? And I know you can, but tell me how you would.
So what I do is I'll take the side that has like the back side of it that has a little groove in it, and I kind of wedge one finger in and then push the other knuckle against it and try to just get a pinch on that back end, and then I try to bite and pinch and pull the seal apart from the other side of the bag. And it's hard if it's a really full bag, or it's like, yeah, it's really hard to actually not smash the chips that are in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I try. I wish I had something in here, but I don't have a bag in here. But yeah, I grab and then just pull apart like I.
Well, you're a pro quad dude because that's the move. Squeeze with your mouth on one side, squeeze with your hands on the other, and hopefully
Yeah.
you don't catch too many chips in between. I mean, it really is. Unfortunately, I don't know. Like, fortunately, they put a lot of air in the bags, which
Yeah.
you know means less chips. Unfortunately, it's still tricky to get, like, especially like Doritos, bigger potato chips and stuff. Like, you might end up with some small pieces in the bottom of your bag. Um, sorry, my nose is running, you guys. All this moving. I don't know. I get like,
It's the AD stuff. I get the same thing, man.
and my nose just starts to run. It happens every time I do the cooking thing. I don't know why. So that's what we're gonna do. And maybe let me turn sideways to show a little bit better angle. You see the back of the bag? I'm just gonna grab it like that with my teeth.
See, I always kind of make sure that I have the other side because the back of the bag is easier for me to get a better grip with my hands on. So
Okay.
that's just my
Come on,
personal
bastard.
technique. My
Let me-
personal technique.
Yeah, no, let me try it. I don't know if I've thought about that before, but let me see if it's easy. And what Shawn means is this seam down the center. I think he can get a little bit more purchase with his hands
Yeah.
and easier to grab on this side. So let me try. Now, someone could probably Photoshop that into something really different.
Nobody screenshot this. Nice. There you go. You got the pull there. There you go. Yeah. Once it first separates, then it'll go. But that, and once you,
Now, getting that first separation, it's like the exit velocity for a rocket. Like, it looks like it's going really slow at first, but it's just because it takes a lot of energy to like get over that first hump. Just start going fast. Similar with this, we're like rocket ships when we're opening up bags. You just gotta give a lot of effort to get it started, and then once it's open a little bit, it peels open so easy. The main reason I wanted to go over this is because my technique used to be, before I became buddies with guys like Shawn and awesome super quads, I would bite and tear down like a corner. Like, I would bite the top and tear it, and it would like end up tearing along the whole side of the bag, and the whole
Yep.
bag would busted open, and it just would be like, I gotta either put these in a Ziploc or eat them all right now because it's gonna like not be serviceable. I have since changed my technique because I ruined too many bags and got too many chips all over myself. That being said, I'm not gonna eat this whole bag of Cheetos. I'll eat one because we're on video. And people are gonna be like, "Are you gonna eat a freaking chip, Tom?" But I'm satisfied. I want to put it away. Quad style. How do you do it? I've seen my family members and able-bodied friends like curl up chip bags really, really tight and stuff, and it's like, whoa! Like, I wish I could do that. Shout out Kit Kat if you're still in the chat. Like, she can do that. Like, she's really pro at some more like dexterous fine motor stuff. I don't know if it's like my quad hands, just the way that I do it. It's hard to get like a real tight roll when I'm closing up the bag.
I feel like it's easier if it's a little lower too. Like if you would have actually eaten, a little portion of chips, give you more bag space to roll and fold. And also in the chat, Kelly Iroll mentioned he fills an empty water bottle with milk, and I actually used to do that too when I was living on my own. So I'd have
I
my caregiver fill up a water bottle with milk because I could just pour that easily into a bowl of cereal or a cup or whatever I needed to.
I saw that tip earlier and I meant to comment on it, but my brain went away. So thanks for calling that out. Thanks for that tip, Kelly. That's an awesome one. That's usually what
And
I
I'm
use.
pretty sure that you gave Olivia the idea to Photoshop that now, so she's on it. I think it's too late.
Oh god. Oh god. So I rolled it up to the best of my ability. It's about as tight as I'm gonna get it. Um, this is where the quad.
Oh, nice.
Do that. Got it back up. Got it back up.
That's
Oh
how you
man.
launch a chip clip at somebody if you're
We should
trying to.
really do this pre-recorded, dude.
No way, dude. Pre-recorded. Then people will be like, "Oh, you guys edited out all the mess ups and stuff." So people got to see this shit is real. uh,
So now, if you have someone you want to mess with, you know an awesome projectile to utilize to attack your enemies, possibly your friends. That being said, be careful. Those things can like snap you too, if you're not being careful, or pinch you and stuff. Can of Pringles, don't worry about it. This is another clip, a little smaller, baby clip. Let me bite it and not launch it this time. Watch it go straight at my computer screen and just like fuck it up.
uh, this is where that hand-eye coordination comes in.
What'd you say?
Your hand-eye coordination, bro. If you're not a coordinated person, this could be a difficult task. I don't know if I've ever actually put a chip clip on something like that. Actually, no, I have. Actually,
Tight, sealed,
nice.
gonna stay fresh.
Pretty good.
Not gonna, have to worry about that at least. Um, it's just one solution, one way to do that. Lots of people have different tricks, tips, containers, storage, methods of utilizing and doing these things. And if your method is just asking your caregiver, and that's what works for you, and that's what makes you, like that's how you operate, no problem. No shade, no issue. The right way to do any of this stuff is the way that works for you in your situation, whatever the context of that may be. I happen to live on my own, and I have really strived to push the bounds of my independence and what I can do. I want to live by myself, and I don't know, just like see what I could do while I can do it, health wise. And it's hard to do all the time. I do plan a lot of days where I have a caregiver here to help me meal prep and help me clean up and do a lot of stuff like that. Um, my sister, the most wonderful chef in the whole wide world, sorry, Papa, but I think she's got you beat. She comes over and helps me meal prep, usually once a week, once every 2 weeks, and make a bunch of stuff that's just easy to reheat, like leftovers in the fridge. A lot of this stuff is just fulfilling to me. What that fulfillment is and why, I don't know. It just makes me feel good. I'm sure some of you can relate. Shawn might be able to speak on that a little bit too. It's
Oh
hard.
no, I definitely agree, man. When you can do, like, sometimes it's super frustrating to do the task, but once you complete it, it is a gratifying feeling.
Yeah.
So
It's super gratifying. It helps keep my skills on point. It helps keeps my, you know, body healthy and strong. A lot of the stuff isn't super. It may not seem like super physically hard, but if you spend a couple hours doing it, I promise you'll be feeling it a little bit afterwards. But that's good, like it's nothing better than like working really hard for a meal and then having that at the end, and that rewarding feeling and that sense of accomplishment, whatever it is, that sense of fulfillment. Um, that's why I do it. I've talked to a lot of quads, even some guys from this channel have reached out, and which anybody, please feel free to. If you want to reach out, my Instagram is wrong way. I'm to point with my mega crippled hand right there. Um, and I'd be happy to answer more questions about this stuff, go over things in a little bit more detail if you want to talk on the phone, whatever. I've done that for a few guys and a few friends, and just other people who are trying to learn skills of independence. And it may not be an every day, all the time thing, but I cannot tell you how many instances, even with full time care, you'll still find yourself in a situation where there's not a caregiver around. I love Shawn's story of like how he first, like opened his back door and like got himself out of bed and stuff. Like it was just because there's nobody around. It's like he was uncomfortable. It was like, a difficult situation. There was nobody there to help him out or to do it. So what do? In that instance? You figure it out, or you wait around. It offers a lot of security, at least for me, to just know that I can do these things. I do have help. I have people around all the time. Shout out, love, and support to every one of you. Y'all know who you are. But I cannot tell you how good it feels to know that if I was on my own for a couple days and a week, 2 weeks, whatever, it's like it may not be easy to do, but I know I can do it. And I know I can survive and I can keep myself fed and
It's that
comfortable.
security, that comfort of just knowing, like, you don't have to do these things for yourself all the time, but it's really, I feel like it's important to try and just kind of to develop the skill if you can.
So this one is a little different today. I hope you guys still gain some tips, tricks, general knowledge that might be helpful and beneficial. Inspiration, empowerment to go out and try this and do it yourself. That's really, why I do it, is to
Oh,
hopefully, show that it can be done. And someone, watching might think, oh, snap, like I could probably do that. If I had the right tools, if I had the right setup, or, like maybe I could do it right now. I just haven't visualized, understood maybe some of the finer points as to how to facilitate it. But give it a shot. If you fail, if you drop something, if you end up not getting to the finish line, it's okay. No, no, no reason to feel bad. Honestly, we learn more from our failures. We learn more from our struggles and our trials. I think very often, and let it be a learning experience that you carry away. But do not let it discourage you from trying again. Whenever you feel like doing that, whether it's out of necessity or just want. A lot of this stuff I did while I was living at home and still had people around. Meaning, like I did a lot around other people, so that in those instances, it was an extreme disappointment and a lot of mess and trouble for me to then clean up. It's like if I fail, at least I can ask somebody to just pick it up for me real quick. So there's, I think, a lot of opportunity to challenge yourself, with your independence, while caregivers and people are around. Just because they're there doesn't mean that they got to do everything, and they got to do it all. I think striking a balance and pushing yourself to do some things that you might think you'd be capable of. I guarantee one, you'll surprise yourself with how capable you are, and two, you'll get a little confidence boost and just a little bit like security boost when it comes like, oh snap, I can do this, I can be independent, and I promise it'll spark that you know like hunger in you. It's like, ooh, maybe if I can do that, oh, I could pick up this. It's similar, like I can do that. I can do that. Oh, maybe if I can do that, then I can do that. Like, it can really snowball into a lot of different things. So I hope,
yeah.
Tom, can you do an
It,
apartment tour sometime?
yeah, I
Uh,
saw that.
y'all want to do an apartment tour right now? There's really not much to show.
Um,
I use
yeah, we
this
could.
all the time. I got my full body mirror. You said in a minute, like a comment a minute ago, like um, use. use a mirror to like look and see, behind the bag or whatever. I use this mirror all the time for everything. And then let me just do a quick 360 behind the scenes. Here's my desk. That's where all the magic happens. My bed. It's kind of messy. It got groceries on it. Pantry. That's where I got the washcloth earlier, and I keep a lot of my dry food and stored goods. Trash can right here. Bathroom. Sink. Entrance and exit. To-do board. And then cooking area. And yeah, that's my apartment, people. We can go into a little bit more detail. We got my vanity area right here. That's where I do like my teeth brushing and washing and stuff like that. I could open up my bathroom. It's just got a Hoyer lift in there. My tub slide shower chair. Maybe we'll do like a whole episode or video on that. I live in a studio apartment, you guys. I've got a ton of space. It's just a room, 325 square feet. And I've been living here for 9 years. It's been my spot. I've been successfully independent in this space, and I love it. It's awesome. I love my crib. We might do like a legit video, MTV crib style, and give you guys the full tour, but I'll just give the teaser.
Yeah. We'll get Tom to do like make everything look all nice, and we'll get it all blinged out and whatnot.
Yeah. And if anybody wants to see the aftermath here, this is the aftermath. This is what I get to clean up for the next hour. Well, snack on some of this stuff and then clean it up and put it all away. And there you guys are. Say hello. But yeah, that's it, you guys. Shawn, is there anything else we wanted to say or do?
No, that's probably about it. My mom shouted out the Live to Roll beanie, and these are up on the Shopify store. If anybody is interested, you check out our shop. The beanies weren't up there for a while. Go ahead and check that out.
You can get awesome Live to Roll t-shirts as well. Live to Roll hats.
Got these. Got all the stuff up there available right now. But yeah, so shut that out. Check that out. Should I like end with playing our video one more time, or if anybody wants to watch at the beginning of the video,
play us out, man. I think that's an awesome idea.
Play
if
us out.
anybody didn't catch it at the beginning, we did a little Friendsgiving fundraiser for Live to Roll, and just shout out to all the friends and family out here in Southern California that made it. It was an incredible night, one that I will never forget. It was so fun, so beautiful, really amazing to. Yeah, just spend time with you guys.
Yeah,
and to see all the love and support.
It really was a great day. It was a really fun time. So check it out. There's a little 2-minute 30-second video at the end here. We're gonna close out, but let's just thank our sponsors one more time: Mobility Professionals, Urology Professionals. Thank you guys all in the chat. We love you guys. We'll see you next week. Tom will be on tomorrow, doing his gaming stream. Thursday we got the ladies coming on with the Women's Disability Show. And
non-stop Live to Roll
non-stop Live to Roll, yeah, all day. And this video we'll actually probably post as well. I may cut the smoking part off at the end, but there is some fun smoking at the end of the night. That's how we finished it out. So, all right, thank you guys. Live to Roll, everybody. Check out the vid. Bam. Live to Roll party.
Amazing shirts with his designs on it. How dope are these?
And that's what I'm talking about. That's got all my accessible drinking accessories, baby.
I just want to thank everybody for coming out. We really do appreciate it, and wouldn't be able to do what we do without the support. So thank you guys, and yeah, love you all.
Let's get it.
tickets out. If you want to buy any last minute tickets, go for it. But I think we're going for.
Start that discount now. 16325.
Let's go. And we have